Yeah, big brothers. Back with another one. Oh man, all hell done broke loose. Look like Sony back at it again. But there's nuance to this situation, so I don't want to pile on or, you know what I'm saying, as niggas say, be performative with my reaction. So what am I talking about? Yesterday on Twitter, Sony released a statement saying that they're finished with physical games by the January 2028. They will not be selling any of the games that they're gonna have coming out. And you gotta understand, this includes third party too. Like, they're not releasing a physical version, I guess, of third party games. Well, it got to be that's why this shit is, that niggas are in the uproar. They're not releasing a physical version of the PlayStation version of even third-party games or their first-party games any longer. If you want to sell on their store, it got to be in a digital format, whatever. And this got niggas in a tizzy, it got niggas in the uproar. They're throwing all types of fits, all kinds of threats and shit. And I'll get into that part, a little later on in this video, man. These fucking weirdo niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, I buy all my games physical, and it's just a habit, you know what I'm saying, that I have to do that. And I'm gonna touch on why, it's a kind of an illusion to think that you own these games when the actual fact is you gotta download. So the game acts as like the same shit that the dumbass niggas are complaining about with downloading a game, period. Without a disc. You understand? The game acts like a key card to get the fucking game, because you still got to download the game from the internet. You have to have a PlayStation account to be able to download the game too. You dig? You follow? And you have to have these things in place, and these things are provided by fucking Sony. The download thing is provided by them because, either it's their game or it's the third party game. Either way, you got to have that fucking PlayStation Network account to be able to download the game too. Back in the PS2, PS1 days, you just buy the game from wherever you bought it, pop the game in the fucking machine, the game works. Ain't no downloads that you don't have to download the game. There's no patches. There ain't nothing. Therefore, you actually own the game at that point. You understand what I'm saying? When they introduce downloading shit and you got to fucking, do patches and all this other bullshit, which is in the PS3 era, niggas stop having ownership of games. Niggas want to, cut, mince words and shit, and double talk and double speak about ownership, talking about, you could trade it in and all this other shit. Nigga, you trade the game, and that nigga that get the game, he still got to download it to his PSN account and put patches on it and shit so the game could work properly. You follow? So, what the fuck do you own at that point? The only way you own the physical version of the game, and let's get to this part of it, is if you never erase the game from your system. After you download it and shit, and you have it on your system, you never erase it. okay, you own it forever. They can't do nothing to you because you don't have to be online to play it. You dig? But if you erase the fucking game, you got to go re-download it to your PSN account to get it on your fucking system. And you got to get the patches and shit to make it work properly. And then, you still need these niggas to fucking get your game. So how the fuck do you own it? You don't own it. That's an illusion. The disc is a fucking illusion. It's been an illusion since PS3 era. Niggas stopped owning games since PS1, PS2 era. And of course, Nintendo, I'm not, disregarding them, but, with the cartridges and shit, you just pop the cartridge in and shit. But, I'm just talking about what PlayStation doing. And so niggas, they getting all in their feelings and shit. Look, I don't like it. And then there's another aspect to this that has more weight. And that's, the fact that if you look on the PlayStation store and you look in places like Amazon and shit like that, and I know this very well because I just bought a couple of games, and I paid less for it than I would in the PlayStation store buying it digitally. So a nigga on Twitter showed God of War Ragnarok on PlayStation store is $70, $69.99. Still, you know what I'm saying? This game, it came out in 2022. It's 4 years later, and the fucking game is still $70 on a digital store on the PlayStation store. Maybe there's been sales and shit, and it's been lower than that. I don't know. But then again, niggas said, the reason why they would even have sales on the PlayStation store is because, I have to compete with the motherfucker that's selling it for less with the disc version. You dig? So there's competition, and that makes them have to, lower the price to a certain extent. But if they ain't nobody else selling the game but them in digital form, they don't have to lower the price or anything like that. They can always keep it at $70. And I've always said that they should keep their fucking games at a higher price just because they high quality. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't lower their games. Nintendo don't. Them motherfuckers never lower nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's, they know they worth. And then the niggas that fuck with them is willing to pay for it. So, why lower it? But PlayStation always lower their shit. Or maybe I was under the misconception that they were lowering it. Because at first I thought, buying digital might have been cheaper. Because I remember I bought a couple of games here and there digital. And I ain't had to pay tax back then. But now they got tax on the shit too. So not only is the fucking thing, higher, you got to pay a tax to it. So that's a bitch. But, so anyway, the reason why I bring it up is because, the nigga said, if you buy in the physical, you could get it for cheaper. And I mean, that's a good fucking point. You know what I'm saying? But, once again, if niggas is coming from the standpoint that, I can lose access to the games because my account can get hacked and shit, and with a physical, it only applies if you don't delete the game off your hard drive, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it comes into effect. If you don't delete the game, if you delete the game and gotta re-download it, you still need them niggas permission to download it or have the license, whatever the fuck you want to call the shit. You still got to deal with PlayStation. Only time you cut them niggas out is if you leave that game after you downloaded it and you never fucking erase it off your hard drive. Nothing never happens to your PlayStation or whatever, and it's able to be there for you and you can play offline. Anytime that online portion come into existence, you you don't got no fucking control over that, bro. And niggas need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because all this fucking talking about, preservation and all this other shit, it don't exist, man. It ain't exist for a long time now. Then the PC stupid motherfuckers is butting in and shit, talking about, oh, I don't understand why they doing this. Nigga, the fuck you talking about? Everything on PC is digital. Ain't no fucking disc for that shit. That been going since 2000 or some shit. Early 2000s. Since the internet really took off with broadband and shit, the niggas, they've been really pretty much digital based, man. Talking about preservation and shit over there. Yeah, a bunch of stealing and shit and emulating games and stuff like that. I think if they take away this physical shit, these motherfuckers can't emulate nothing, I think. So that's gonna fuck. It's gonna this getting rid of this physical shit gonna fuck up a lot of stuff, man, for a lot of people. GameSpot, GameFly, all these places that deal with physical media and shit. It's gonna be a hard times, man. But like I said, man. Do I not like this shit? No, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing where you take away options. And I got to deal with you, for infinity and shit to get my fix. Fuck you, man. But what I'm coming from the standpoint is that you don't own the shit any fucking way, unless you don't erase the game off your hard drive. And most niggas can't keep thousands of games on their fucking, because the game's too damn big now. You can't keep a bunch of games on your hard drive, and the shit don't fuck up your hard drive or slow the system and all types of shit. So that's where I'm coming from with this bullshit, man. Niggas gotta come off it. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and then so now I'm gonna get into the fake outrage and the stupid motherfuckers going off. So you got that piece of shit, MBG. He made a 5-hour fucking stream, cussing PlayStation out. This bitch ass nigga, he can't wait for them to fuck up, man. So he could go off and act like he just this bashing of fairness and shit, and he call it down the middle and all this. Nigga, you a fucking shield piece of shit, man. You ain't got no stance or nothing, because as soon as, niggas say, well, if they reverse it, I'm going to buy a PS6 now if they have physical. Nigga, nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Your one little purchase or whatever, it ain't going to do nothing to nobody. All this talking and all this performing and shit this punk nigga doing is all because he got away with talking shit against Naughty Dog with The Last of Us, and he got a little audience going where niggas don't like that woke shit, and they on that anti-woke, you know what I'm saying? And then the punk bitch ass nigga let something slip out where he's talking about PlayStation making games nobody wants to play or nobody wants. Well, what are you talking about, bitch nigga? Them live service games? Well, I agree about that. What you talking about? The single player like Ghost of Yote or some shit? Ain't nobody said they ain't want that fucking game, you stupid piece of shit. Fuck that Charlie Kirk nigga. That nigga got his cap peeled. You know what I'm saying? These are the risks you take talking shit. You know what I'm saying? If you about that, you want to talk shit, you know what I'm saying? You better have your shit, you know what I'm saying, fortified so shit don't ricochet, you know what I'm saying? Hold them fucking slugs. And that's what that nigga did. Held them slugs. That bitch ass MBG talking about he wasn't gonna buy Ghost of Yote because some fag weirdo with purple hair said, it was good he got shot or whatever. I don't condone that shit, you know what I'm saying? But, fuck you, man. That nigga, he was on some talking crazy against blacks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga. One way or another. That, it is what it is, man. And so, yeah, this nigga, he going off and shit, And PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, them niggas, they kind of, recoiled. They went in their corner and shit. Usually their account is active throughout the day, tweeting different shit. After they put this news out, they shut down PlayStation Twitter account for the day, and they ain't post no more that day because niggas was dragging them all over. You know what I'm saying? They still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, you got the pizza fucking company and Domino's Pizza talking crazy against them. Look, I don't know whether they can reverse the decision or they gonna have to come out with a more comprehensive explanation about how they want to transition people over to this digital shit and give them options of what they can do with the thing. Can they lower the prices? All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? To make people comfortable with this shit, because if not, this ain't going away. This gonna fuck up GTA 6 sales on your console. It's gonna fuck up obviously you trying to release this PS6. I don't know if you're trying to sabotage it because of some other shit you hear coming down the pipeline. I don't know what you doing. These niggas focusing on this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's other shit going on in the world that's more important, man. So, niggas better, open their third eye, some shit, due to knowledge. Because learn about, some bullshit like this is just redundant. Fuck out of here, man. Every day is some bad news with this gaming bullshit, man. And Microsoft shut down fucking studios left and right. You got PlayStation coming out with this stupid shit. And because of this, they announced this 2028 date of getting rid of physical media on their side of the things. People, speculating that the PlayStation 6 ain't gonna release to 2028. Because, why release it when you still fucking with physical media? You understand? So, just release that digital version of it in 2028, and that's that. So, I don't know, man. Shit come out next year or 2028, it don't fucking matter one way or another, man. Like I said, you don't have no ownership of these games unless certain criteria is met. And like I said, you can't hold all these games with the size of these motherfuckers now on a hard drive, man. You just can't. Back in the fucking day, you used to have what do you call them shits? Then you used to save the game on memory cards. You know what I'm saying? Your fucking memory card. You know what I'm saying? That's where you would hold the save data at. You put the memory card in with the fucking thing. Or before that, you know what I'm saying? If you got off the game and you ain't, there was no save option and shit. That was just your ass. You either beat the game or you don't. Shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. PlayStation, they fuck themselves every time, man. GTA 6 coming out, and the shit is all, there's no physical disc. After this shit, Rockstar ain't releasing no physical disc for it. Most likely, it's gonna just be digital. The shit reportedly supposed to be 350 fucking gigs, or 300 gigs of memory, gigabytes of memory required to download this motherfucker. And that's taking up shitload of space on the fucking thing, man. I mean, I could do it, but I don't know, man. Some motherfucker making a game like that. Now you gonna print up 3 discs to hold that type of memory? This is where niggas was like, this is why that this shit is happening. But the average game ain't no 350 gigs, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way this game look, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? The game is decent graphically. It ain't blowing the doors off. Like The Last of Us got better character models and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then what them niggas is showing with more detail. Naughty Dog don't get no fucking praise for what they did. You know what I'm saying? These niggas getting all the fucking dough, and they estimated that they done sold like 39 million fucking copies of the game, and the game ain't even come out, ain't shown no gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. And let's be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? What gameplay they gonna show? What you do? Run around, shoot people, and rob motherfuckers, and do bank heists or some shit like that? Like, rob. I don't know, man. I need more from a game. I'll buy the shit when it come out, whatever. But these niggas get a little bit too much fucking praise and shit for they little, fucking. It's estimated the game costs $1 billion fucking dollars to make, man. They don't get no flack for it, nothing. Naughty Dog, making these games that shit on everything in existence, including fucking Rockstar games, and they don't get no praise. You know what I'm saying? They get shitted on. They didn't celebrate it like them. And they got a story behind their fucking game, man. You know what I'm saying? Some shit to make you think about stuff, and they just shitted on, man. Marginalized, all types of shit. And I ain't saying that they don't deserve no criticism, because a lot of the time they wasted, trying to make this multiplayer that never came out, live service or whatever. And then, nigga Neil Druckmann doing the fucking Last of Us TV show and directed. That took time away from him being in the studio making these games. One thing that's pissing me off about Naughty Dog, man, they keep bringing up fucking Steam sales. Like, shut the fuck up. What the fuck you keep talking about PC for, nigga? We getting up out of there. We ain't fucking with them niggas no more. No more PC ports. So stop mentioning your game is on sale on Steam, man. Like, shut the fuck up about that already. God damn. Time I look, they talking about a Steam sale of Uncharted or fucking The Last of Us. Nigga, they done fucking pirated the game 1 billion times over. They ain't fucking paying you nothing. They ain't paying you 1 red cent. So cut that shit out, man. Settle down. Where the fuck is the news for Intergalactic? Because if we don't hear nothing from these niggas this year, their game ain't coming out next year. Because you got to start. Because what I'm seeing with these niggas, they start the marketing like a year before the game come out. So if like Intergalactic's gonna show up at a state of play, hopefully in September, or I don't know if it show up at the Game Awards and they show some more gameplay. It might not still come out, because that's just not how this shit works. Usually, if it's shown at a state of play, then it's about ready to come out. So Laufey got shown at the state of play, and niggas is speculating that shit coming out like early 2027. I say about April, maybe May. You know what I'm saying? In line with the other God of Wars that have dropped. You gotta be careful, putting it around other shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think that God of War Laufey will sell like hotcakes when that shit drop out. You know what I'm saying? You got these fucking punk ass niggas trying to, slander the game before it even come out. And, none of it's working, man. Laufey got good traction on his video and shit. People were interested. So I don't think nobody can fuck with that game sales. Wolverine could be in danger because of what these dumbass niggas did with this fucking they not buying physical shit. She might get a group of niggas together to boycott goddamn Wolverine. Like these niggas, I don't understand why they even dropped this news around now, man. You got this fucking game coming out in September. We in July. By the way, it's July 2nd when I'm making this video. You understand? This news dropped July 1st. So we in July. Well, what you got? What? July, August, September. They've been all in on marketing GTA 6 as a almost like a PlayStation exclusive, and I got other things to talk about too. Since last I spoke, PlayStation has dropped a announcement saying that GTA plays best on PlayStation. GTA 6 plays best on PlayStation. And they, went into the reasons why that is. And so far, those reasons are, haptic feedback, 3D audio. You know what I'm saying? We got the best of, loading speeds. The game loads almost seamlessly. The game loads seamlessly on PlayStation systems. We ain't got no word on the 60 frames per second option. And this has been a controversy also. This is what was going on before these niggas dropped this bad news about the physical shit. You know what I'm saying? The physical disc. But, whether GTA 6 was going to be 60 frames. You got pussy ass niggas at Digital Foundries chiming in. Them jealous ass, punk ass motherfuckers talking about it's not going to be 60 because they can't see that the CPU is too weak to run the open world and all this stupid shit. Nigga, what the fuck do you think the PSSR 2.0 is supposed to be doing? It gives you headroom so you can get to these fucking different benchmarks and measurements that you want to get to in performance, man. You can come from a lower resolution, make it seem like it's fucking 4K pretty much, right? And still have enough headroom to take the load off the CPU to make it 60 frames. So you bitch ass niggas you do it all the time on fucking PC. Why you think you got these DLSS and all this other bullshit? Now they got frame gen on PC with the fake fucking interpolated frames and all this other stupid shit to make it look like, it's running at 60 or whatever and it's smooth or whatever. But we don't have frame gen on consoles. We do under FSR4, but PlayStation don't use that. They use PSR 2.0 right now. What I'm saying is that if it's utilized correctly, you can get to 60. And Sony has sent devs over there to Rockstar to help with that shit, man. So I don't want to hear all this, that it ain't no way it can get to 60 and all that shit. Rockstar ain't came out and said nothing about that. It can't be 60 fucking frames. All this speculation on Digital Foundry part and these bitch ass niggas jealous because the Steam machine done dropped. I don't know if I spoke about that. That piece of shit done dropped. It's weaker than the fucking PS5 and like Better was on it. This is the bitch ass nigga, the head of Digital Foundry on his little channel talking shit about, I don't understand why, you're looking at down on the Steam machine and PS5, has a weaker CPU or whatever the fuck that nigga said. You know what I'm saying? Look here, bitch ass nigga. PS5 got way more than just a CPU. It got I/O controllers. It got fucking smart shift. It got SSD, 12 channel I/O controllers and all this other shit, helping it to fucking be great when it come to performance, man. It ain't just no fucking CPU like a piece of shit PC. It's one whole system working together. Not different parts, motherfucker. That's why we got an APU instead of a GPU. You stupid fucking faggot. But these niggas, you know what I'm saying, they treat the console like it's a fucking PC. Rockstar ain't had no fucking reason to what do you call it? Really, make the game like 60 frames or whatever the fuck on the PS4, because the PS4 and the PS4 Pro ain't really shown no real reason to be able to like get the shit to those type of performance targets. You dig? And it wasn't that the PS4 was weak; it was strong as fuck. Look at the games that came out on that shit. We had the Order on that motherfucker. We got Bloodborne. We got fucking Killzone, Shadowfall. We had Until Dawn. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like we had Uncharted. Graphically supreme games even to this fucking day, man. Yes, them shits was at 30 fucking frames. We had Horizon Zero Dawn. So we got games that, shit on everything that's a multi-plat that ever existed back in the PS4. And we got it in the PS5. Motherfucking Sorrows look crazy. All them particle effects and shit, the lighting. Textures, I would say above average. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think them niggas should have maybe fuck with the Decima engine or some shit, or somebody else's engine in-house. They can loan it to them or some shit. I don't know, but other than that, they did an amazing job with the lighting and making the boss fights and the creatures and shit look crazy. Completely obliterates motherfucking Gears of War, E-Day, Mega Lights, and so-called ray tracing and shit, man. Motherfucker, they ain't got no fucking ray tracing, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm saying, from the reflections I seen, that shit is some SSR bullshit. A mix of SSR and maybe ray trace, especially for the fucking Series X. SAR's got really good reflections and shit. They got insane levels of global illumination. They got fog, dust particle simulation, where when you move through the shit, it moves with you. Dust parts, fog parts when you're shooting the guns and shit. This is just an insane spectacle, man. Like, I'm not saying I'm surprised it runs on the PlayStation, because PlayStation powerful as fuck. Especially PS5 Pro and all that shit like that, but, it's an amazing fucking game, man. So what I'm trying to say is that, fuck out of here with that we can't run these games at 60 frames. This shit running at 60 frames is smooth as fuck. GTA has a crowd density and all this. We ain't even seen gameplay. Everything been a fucking, what do you call it? Cinematic trailer or some shit. You nigga want to say it's in-game, whatever. Let's see gameplay, bro. And they should be coming with another trailer. But like I said, let's get back to what I'm talking about. PlayStation did what the fuck they did, man. So, I don't know if nobody... Like, the niggas an echo chamber or some shit. Like, you niggas, you fucking up your sales on the console, man. You can't have that. You done got this console at $900 fucking for the Pro, and you got the PS5 at $600. Why are you giving people a reason not to fucking buy your systems, man? I don't know. Just every fucking, like month, these niggas got a controversy going. unreal dumb, fucking like self-awareness, man. I don't know who's running the fucking marketing or the PR or whatever. Them niggas better come out today, with a statement on how they gonna proceed with this physical digital shit and get shit back on track because they get ready to really fuck up their sales on Wolverine. And I don't care about no fucking GTA 6 sales, man. They gonna get what they gonna get regardless to whom or what. But I care about them fucking Wolverine sales behind this dumb shit. You can't drop no fucking bombs and then walk off and be like, deal with it. It ain't the climate we in, man. You raising prices on these fucking consoles and shit. You gonna have to cater. And another thing came out, you know what I'm saying? Because people speculating on the price of the PS6. And, the article came out with Sony kind of answering the question and being like, well, it's not our policy to take losses and subsidize hardware, you know what I'm saying? But we'll be flexible. Well, they ain't say flexible. We'll pay close attention to what's going on in the climate and shit and make adjustments that way. I'm paraphrasing what the fuck they said. That's about what the fuck they said, man. So, what I take from that is that, if push comes to shove, they'll subsidize the console for a while, as long as they can, and then, the prices will shoot back up to whatever it is, man. But, this is what and this is going to be my, last rant, man, because, I'm about to almost 40 minutes in. What they got to do to be able to successfully sell a fucking PS6 and I don't even know if the shit is $1,000, that shit gonna be able to sell, man. Casuals, they just ain't got the bread to be able to fucking put that down there like that, man. All you gonna be selling to is hardcore niggas, and that's it just ain't the majority. These bitch ass casuals, they buying the game to play NBA 2K, fucking Madden, and FIFA, and Fortnite and shit. Just what these niggas doing. So, that's the majority of the audience. Then we the hardcore niggas who love tech and all that other shit will buy in. But, if this is where they got to show and prove, you got to have a lineup that niggas cannot, turn down, man. And this is where you better be working on Bloodborne. Niggas been begging for that on the internet forever. You listen to the fucking internet, because you niggas is a bunch of fucking, whatever. I don't want to say shills and shit, but Twitter affects them. They've shown it. PC niggas shown that, they got away with talking crazy to them. So they got to have a lineup, that niggas gonna be like, I got to have it. I got to get this system. You know what I'm saying? There can't be no bullshit. They need to, like I said, bring back Killzone. They need to bring back Bloodborne. They need to bring back Infamous. People asking for. Try to do something with Resistance or some shit. Make a new franchise out of it. I don't know. Because the superhero fatigue, because they gonna have to, probably tackle like something like the Punisher to mix they shit up. Wolverine is bloody as fuck, and they did a great job on that. Insomniac, and they showing that they willing to go there, but I need Naughty Dog on something like the Punisher, just because, have a story behind it or some shit that's decent and compelling. But I don't know if Insomniac could write a story like that, but yeah, they got to turn up the heat, man. And they got to have that type of lineup for their PS6. if they want to move units, and but they gonna have to try to some kind of way get that price down to at least 600, at the most 699. If they not willing to do that, then you just gonna have to deal with very low sales, and your storefront is gonna suffer. Yeah, niggas might still buy games on the PS5 and shit, but you threatening that with this a whole business with the fucking physical media going away. So, like I told you, bro, it's up to them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing about it. I know one thing, bro. Don't fuck with me with the reversal of PC ports. If you do that, then we gonna have a fucking problem. I said this shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, whatever with the physical media shit. I don't like it. I want to have options and shit, especially with the price. But I'm willing to pay what I got to pay for a game that I like. And I don't fuck with multi-plat. So, I don't have the problems a lot of these other niggas have. They buy every fucking thing. You niggas that buy everything and shit and got to play everything day one and everything and look good to you, that's your fucking business, nigga. That ain't my fucking business. You know what I'm saying? You like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got them problems. I play what the fuck I want to play, and most of them shits is PlayStation exclusives. And I can play them games for years. Multi-plats don't interest me. Ain't a money thing and none of that shit. I can get any game I want. But, you know what I'm saying? You niggas is impressed by shit. I'm not. And on another thing, if the PC version has a better version and they asking me for $70 fucking and my shit is GIMP, kiss my ass, man. You niggas can accept that shit. I don't accept that. I'm not accepting no GIMP version. My shit better be the same version as them niggas. Oh, that shit is more powerful. Well, I don't buy that shit. Fuck out of here. Console's plenty powerful. At least the PlayStation. I don't give a fuck. When I say console, I'm talking about PlayStation. Fuck Xbox. Them bitch ass niggas on they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They laying everybody off, closing studios. Niggas talking about PlayStation should buy this one and that one, and then, They can't even keep the damn studios they got open. Closed Blue Point, which was great to make remakes and shit. Bloodborne shit, like I said, even, From Software don't want to do it, fuck them. You're going to have to make a move because you're going to have to sell this system. And if you have Bloodborne remake and Bloodborne 2 for PS6 or whatever, PS5 cross-gen exclusively, you're going to move units, regardless to whom or what. Get your orchestras and shit for the, insane musical scores and stuff. Bloodborne don't get enough fucking credit for the fucking musical score. Got a whole goddamn album and shit. For amazing music on the goddamn game. Motherfucker. Yeah. So anyway, brothers. Yeah, that's about what I wanted to say, man. And, hopefully PlayStation come out today with a statement that clarify what the fuck they doing. Because if not, and they can try to sit and ignore it and think it's going to go away, it's not going away, man. It ain't going away. Media been waiting for you to fuck up. They lay it in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Peel your motherfucking cap back, man. You know what I'm saying? So, either you going to navigate, you going to circulate circumference, or you going to get, you know what I'm saying, put in bedrock. It's your choice. This generation been a fucking, been a garbage generation, man. They put out games and shit. Most of them shits went to PC. I don't know if they took advantage of the hardware to make the game as incredible as it could have been if it was just fucking for PlayStation. Ryzen's still crazy. We still got the best versions of our games, but I don't like the, because making that shit run on Steam Deck and all that was a slap in the face, man. Another thing with this shit, the fucking new PlayStation handheld is gonna be all digital. So niggas think about like how I'm gonna make it, my games work on there, whatever. But that's how you gonna make it work, man. It's gonna be all digital. So there you go. That's that. Anyway, niggas, 45 minutes in, I got to get the fuck up on out of here, man. So it's the God 720, man, and I'm out of here. Out.